and welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in the Long Dark, where I think the thing we're going to do, is we went ahead and just got our meat here delivered, is we're going to go looking to see if we can find some maple saplings. It'll be a while before they're cured, of course, so we won't be able to immediately use them. For a travois. But if we can find like 3-ish maple saplings, we can get those curing, and then they'll help a lot with transporting the water and the fish to our trade location. Because I think the ice is almost an ideal location to use the travois. Oh, well, I've never used the travois, so maybe it's the worst place to use the travois, and I'm just imagining how easy it will be. A couple ideas where I can look for maple saplings. Check over here first. Up this switchback. Be sure I've checked out the contents of that wrecked plane. Hazard-wise, coming up here, the thing I'm most likely to run into that'll be hazardous is actually the bear. The lit torch, the wolves aren't going to be an issue if we run into any wolves. But the bear may still be an issue. Though with the torch lit, the bear should give us warning. So my plan for the rest of the stream is we gotta get 6 rabbit hides curing for the trade. I want to get a maple sapling or 2 or 3. So we have stuff to make travois for later on. And then we need to make a lot of meat, most of which needs to be fish. Some of it can be non-fish. And to be fair, that's one of the reasons I kind of want the travois. So the stuff that can be non-fish can probably be rabbit. Okay, not seeing any saplings up here. There is... I think this is the place to climb. Here's the silent clearing. One of the places I thought might have maple sapling. Or, well, may have had some saplings. Not necessarily just a maple sapling. Remember there being a climb here? Maybe I'm misremembering where the climb is exactly. So before I lose my ignition, let's light the next torch. So yeah, we're not necessarily in a rush to do anything right now with the current plans. Current plans, at the end of the day, are sort of going to revolve around me just going down to the fishing spot and doing lots of fishing. The only thing that we might be rushing for is... Technically, I do have some rabbit snares set up. And those check every 12 hours to see who cached a rabbit. And it's probably been 12. Oh, there's the climb. Probably has been 12 hours already. So... I may technically have rabbits in them spoiling. Could go up the climb. We're not going to go up the climb. We're going to take the long way around. Gonna go past the bear den. We haven't seen the bear den. The bear's probably ranging farther down the ridge here. This is the second of the 3 bear dens on this map, or this save. Tell because we've got some carcasses in that location. Oh, there's the bear. Can I get up this cliff? Going further along, kind of. So up here, I think is another place. Basically, where the top of that climb was from before is another place to check to see if I've got some saplings. To harvest. Could be birch, could be maple, I think. Birch is less interesting. We got plenty of birch for the moment. Birch is mostly used for making arrows. A little bit for trades, but mostly for arrows. There's the rope climb. Not seeing any saplings. Yeah, not seeing any saplings. How heavy am I? Heavy enough by the looks of it. Oh, actually enough that, or light enough that if I was to light the torch and throw the torch down, climb down after the torch. We are apparently warm this afternoon, so I'm in a little bit less of a rush to get to places. So I don't think we're going to shimmy on that rope. As much as it would be a technical shortcut. We can probably just billy goat down, it'll be faster. And less fatiguing. I need like so. Still think the bear's over there, so it should be a nice safe walk back down to the garage. So yeah, no luck yet finding maple. One place I was thinking might have some, didn't have any. I believe the campfire is one of, well, the first moose. I think the moose spawn might have changed because I haven't seen it there in a long time. Okay, I think the wind's about to hit my torch. Yep, there it goes. Okay, before birch, have 3 maple. We need 4 maple specifically for the travois, unless I screwed up earlier when I was checking. Yeah, 4 for the travois. And we got cured guts out the wazoo. We even have the rabbit, or even have the fur already. Cured fur. Just no maple. So we'll end up waking up early morning. But I think I'm going to go ahead and give the character his rest so he get fatigue back. I want to harvest this. Yeah, get the fatigue back. And then we'll go looking for maple and such the following day.
I could eat anything.
Well, good thing he said he can eat anything, because we're about to feed him some very old bear meat, I think. I think I'm going to go over and we're going to check the state of our rabbit traps. We do need 6 cured rabbit hides. So if we've got rabbits in the traps, let's empty the traps. Okay, that's probably safe. Well, actually, I've got condition damage to take, so I'm at full condition at this point. We'll do a little bit of a sprint here, just to get move faster. We'll probably take a little bit of condition damage, but that's, I suppose that's fine, because probably do want to take some condition damage before we sleep another 10 hours again like that. Yeah, let's check the rabbit traps. With our our luck and our odds,
My head feel thick.
we probably have like half the traps full, so we probably have like 2 or 3. Well, no, probably like 2 rabbits there. Might be 3. Because I think it's been about 48 hours. Or at least 24 hours, so the rabbit traps, if they're going to have caught stuff, probably need to be reset one way or the other. either because they have a rabbit in them and need to be emptied, or because they've tripped and been disarmed.
Never felt so cold in my life.
Been accosted only once by timberwolves out here in Coastal Highway, though that event was traumatic enough that I'd prefer not to be accosted by them again. I think they only spawn out here on the ice, and they're very rare. At least on Interloper, they're very rare. Okay, here's the snares. Rabbit in the snare, snare not ruined. Rabbit in the snare, snare not ruined. Rabbit in the snare, snare not ruined. Okay. Set the snares back up again. And then we'll harvest from the safety and comfort of the nearby building. The rabbit scared me. To be fair, I scared the rabbit, but the rabbit also scared me. Okay. Knife to get off the knife harvested bits. Knife to get off the knife harvested bits. And then we'll come back through with bare hands to take all the hides off. They have over 30% condition. We can drop them off for the Sutherland trade. The meat. And it does look like all the meat's appropriate quality for that. The hide does need to cure first. Which I think takes like 5 days. So we're not in a, I suppose, as a side effect of having to actually get the rabbit hides, we're definitely not in a rush to complete this trade because it's going to take minimum more than 5 days at this point. 3 days per hide, okay. Still going to take a minimum like 3 days per hide, or 3 days. Plus we need to get 3 more, so 3 plus 3, 6, yeah. Check a little bit of the coastline we're going to walk past here. So we head over to the trade location, drop the meat off. Ah, I see we have a full pallet here if we were looking for scrap wood. not seeing any beach coming, but that doesn't mean there isn't any beach coming. And to be fair, that could be a place where we could get one more maple sapling. Maple saplings do come ashore on the beach coming. Commonly are,
Looks
it's
like I
not
made it through another
super
night.
high, but they're not possibly uncommon.
So cold. Just want to lay down for a bit.
Okay. I forgot to bring water along, but that's fine. Drop that off. Okay, so we're down to like 7 kilograms of any meat. Well, 6 and like a quarter, but basically 7. Meet that requirement. Plop up here, warm up in the building here. We don't have condition left. I might actually warm up by sleeping an hour. Won't be super great for a fatigue recovery or a condition recovery standpoint, but we don't need it to be, so that's fine. So that will give us like 1 condition back. But it will give us full warmth. And I think it's a little bit less calories than just being up for an hour would be. One place we might have some stuff is over there. That's where we're going to go check. It's a cold early morning. We're going to take some more damage unless I stop at some point to make a fire. Though on the other hand, we can easily just happily just take that damage and it will probably be a problem. So I could even go into Crumbling Highway and beach come there.
Need to find some place to escape this cold.
We're getting really unlucky trying to find the maple sapling. Different cottages. Interloper, they're usually broken. I think all these ones are broken.
Goddamn freezing.
Well, there's some harvestables. Not that's what we're looking for, but I suppose that place, this shack is going to be crumbling highway. We're probably not warm in this car. Mine's 11, yeah. Take a quick dive. Near's Lament. We'll go warm up in the basement in Crumbling Highway, and then we'll do a bit of beach combing. You need to be a little bit careful in Crumbling Highway. There are usually tools in here. Oh, that's a lot better than some other regions where there's dozens. Well, I suppose it's probably something after we start a fire. I could warm up via fire if I wanted to. Well, near one of them is, because it was howling. Back in the basement. Basement's one place I might have left stuff to cure. And we did. We have some cured guts here. Okay, we'll take the free worm up here. It's passing the time. Well, I say free. It costs time and a little bit of calories as a side effect of passing time, but comparatively speaking, free. No fuel cost. Okay, it doesn't look like there's any up this end. Yeah, it is sunny out here. Let's quickly get a lit torch. Let's provide us a little bit extra protection for walking around.
Come on.
There's a cave over here. I may leave stuff in the cave. Probably more likely leave it in the bunker. Not the bunker, the basement than the cave. But cave is another place. The outdoor cave here is another place I can leave stuff. And it does look like we probably left some firewood. And then one last place to check is the transition cave. Maybe not worth traveling the whole transition cave. Though traveling the whole transition cave would give me some time to warm up. So it wouldn't be too bad from that perspective. Oh, some more meat. Not much meat, but more than nothing. If I don't find any maple saplings in the cave, it may be worth grabbing the salt on the way out. We'll see. I'm going to put in the salt box when we get back to the garage. Okay, torch swap time. Oh, we're starting to run low on fire pull to torches, so you may take a moment when we leave the cave just to make some more torches from the campfire. Basically throw a stick and a coal in the campfire and pull out every last torch we can from that fire. Because it's convenient to have safety torches like this, either for keeping wolves off of you or for going through tunnels without burning lantern fuel. Okay, no luck with there being any here. Do I duck through to the next cave? Might as well. Got some more meat there if we need meat. Am I on the way out? I know Desolation Point has a decent amount of naturally generating resources. Also has the opportunity to beachcomb. Not going to beachcomb here. Might, if we don't find what we're looking for on the way back through Crumbling Highway, do a bit of beachcombing there. Might have been lower difficulties. I remember there being some saplings along this short route that are harvestable. I may have harvested them, which would explain why I missed them when we were walking through, but otherwise, expected there'd be some there. Anyway, we got the axe I have in my notes. The note on there being an axe there is still correct. We'll quickly walk to the other end of this one, see not anything visible here. Nope. Got some guts. I think my torch just went out. Yeah. I let that one go a little bit too long. And the sun went, so I'm able to use the sun. There's a harvestable we're looking for. Well, no luck finding guts. Or not, no luck finding maple. I'll have to use the lantern on the way back. Unless I want to waste a match. I don't really want to waste a match. Do some of this without the, oh, sorry if you don't have the brightness up as high as I do. I'll turn the torch on. The lantern on. Up until about that point, it was visible for me, vaguely from the doorway light. Grab a couple pieces of coal. If we needed salt, and I don't, this is one of the caves that has salt. For paying attention when we walked through the first time, we would have seen the salt deposit, and obviously you can see that I have harvested some of the salt from here. And then just left it there in preparation for needing it in the future. The salt box doesn't go through salt that terribly fast. See if we can find the stumps from when I harvested saplings earlier on the way back. Usually there's a clump along here. There's the clump. And yeah, that does look like a mapling one. Maple one, so I probably harvested that maple. It's probably a bow at this point. We have been through a few bows. I think we're on the third bow. A little bit of a sprain risk. Well, we'll drink some water when we eat the meat in a moment. That combination of drinking the water could probably get us light enough. Worst case scenario, I can leave some coal when we get to the end of the cave. Keep plowing along, full speed. Yeah, close enough. We'll leave the other piece of meat here for emergency meat use. Not that I come out here very often. Well, looking at the time, I should probably go ahead and put a part break in. So if you're watching on YouTube, We'll go ahead and use the enter-exit of this cave as a save point. So when I get to the end of it, I'll exit and then re-enter to quickly put save in. And there probably will be a part up for you tomorrow on YouTube, because we're going to try to record at least one more part today. Maybe push out and do two. We'll see how I'm feeling at the end of the next one. If you're watching on Twitch, that does mean it'll just be a short break and we'll get right back to recording. That is the plan for the end of this episode. Getting close to the end of the cave here. Grabbing a couple pieces of coal as we go. As you can see, this is, again, another place where you can get salt. Coastal Highway is lousy for salt if you're desperate for it. Both islands, Misanthrope and Jackrabbit, have salt on it. The Aurora Cave has salt. This transition cave from Grumbling to Desolation Point has salt. And then the mine in Desolation Point also has salt. So it's very easy to get salt out here. Elsewhere on the island, a little bit more complicated. But here salt is easy. Okay. As I said earlier, this is where we're going to put the part break in. So, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part. Bye for now.